In today's BTG episode, Smitty accuses Martin of manipulating him. Nicole fills Danny in on Vanessa seeing Joey, and Joey has Marcel erased from the footage. Joey decided Marcel must disappear, and Kat had sex with Thomas after his profession of love at Doug's memorial. At the police station, Vanessa and Donnell get upset as they watch the footage of Doug at the casino. Marcel has been removed from the footage. They get upset and turn it off. Joey listens as Donnell wonders how his father could have been so stupid. Vanessa cries about him cashing in his wedding watch for chips. Donnell asks if there's any parking lot footage. Joey explains the camera is broken. Donnell still doesn't understand why his father got into a car drunk. As Jacob looks at the footage, he notes the dealer was the last person who saw Doug. They should talk to him. Joey offers to get him down there. Vanessa thinks this is a bad idea. She tells her son how hard today has been. She had to listen to everyone saying how shocked they were by how Doug died, but she wasn't shocked at all. Joey watches this with difficulty and then offers to walk Vanessa to her car. Marcel shows up at the casino. The dealer Drake jumps. He knows Marcel is the executioner. Marcel says he's only there to wet his whistle and explains Joey is fixing things at the police station. He explains Joey edited him out of the footage, but not for any non-selfish reason. Joey texts Drake to come to the station. He worries he's being set up. Marcel urges him to go and pray he'll see Christmas. He urges Drake to stick to the script and insists on going as well. Joey texted him too to make sure he doesn't mess this up. Marcel reminds him of who made Doug pay the price for going rogue. Marcel, the executioner. Malone strolls into the police station and tells Donnell watching his dad's last moments won't make him feel better. He wishes he could help but claims he never met Doug. He shuffles off as Drake arrives. He approaches Jacob and explains that he's leaving town after losing his job. Marcel listens as Drake explains that Doug came in to play big. Donnell doesn't believe that. His father was even scrupulous about organizing his socks. Donnell accuses him of getting his dad drunk. Drake says it's not his job to babysit adults and even offered to call him an Uber. Donnell asks if his dad said anything about his family and why he would leave them. Drake says he didn't like losing. Jacob asks him not to leave town because he may need to ask him more questions. Once Drake walks out, Jacob tells Donnell he needs some food. Joey and Vanessa meet at Uptown. She can't blame her son for wanting to know what happened the night Doug died. She can't tell him. They had a vicious fight over Joey. He assures her that she has nothing to feel guilty about and Donnell is strong. The truth is, Doug brought this all on himself. Joey asks her to let him be her strength. She cries into his chest. Donnell and Jacob walk in and see them together. After Martin and Smitty make sure the kids aren't home, Smitty orders her husband to sit down and lectures him for his heroics. Martin says this isn't about him being heroic. Smitty doesn't want him to turn himself in. This makes no sense. Martin says that keeping the secret almost cost him all that matters. He wants to be worthy of his husband's love and trust. Smitty forbids it. And this is why, he says, holding up a family photo. They argue about how important the truth is. Martin doesn't think they can shield them forever. Smitty says they have suffered enough and accuses him of being selfish. He points out that most of his family will also go to prison if he confesses, and Joey could do them all harm. Smitty wonders if this was all a grand gesture. Martin says he wouldn't manipulate him like that. His husband isn't convinced. Martin shows him all the texts he sent to Jacob to set up a meeting and insists this wasn't for show. He can handle a scandal, but not his husband thinking he's a fraud. Smitty is sorry. Me too, says Martin. They have fallen so far that Smitty thinks he would weaponize this. His husband points out that this would only make things worse. Martin feels like he's stuck in purgatory. Smitty says he's not keeping him in limbo. Martin declares he is a man of action and has to fix things. I'm not some busted radiator, says Smitty. He lies to him for years. Grabbing the family photo and shaking it, he reminds him of what he risked. Martin says this is killing him. His husband orders him to cancel his meeting with Jacob. He's so upset he has to have a beer. They talk about what's next for them. Smitty suggests couples therapy. Hell yeah, agrees Martin. Smitty adds this is only half the solution. Smitty suggests they have date night once a week. It will be just like they are in their 20s again. They can laugh together again. At Nicole's, she and her sister talking about all the relationship chaos in the family. Danny needs a drink, but her sister has none in the house. Danny jokingly asks if she has another fine nephew hidden in the house. She says that marriage was the next logical step with Andre. Her sister doesn't buy it. Danny says they care about each other. Nicole begs her not to hurt him. Danny assures her she's not playing games with his heart. They talk about how complicated Doug is. They didn't know he was spiraling so badly and worry about Vanessa. She seems to be a shell of herself. Nicole spills that Vanessa has Joey too. Lean on. They talk about how the heart wants it once. And then the topic turns to Kat. Nicole would like to intervene, but she's an adult. Her sister brings up Carlton and Nicole insists they are just friends. Danny is sure there's more to it. Nicole says he's still Ted's partner. Danny thinks he's hot buttered toast with cinnamon. Nicole declares she's done with love altogether. Danny thinks she's unhinged. Her sister says she is too old for love and doesn't have the time or energy for it. Dami tells her love is not logical. They bicker about which of them gets to be an emotional hurricane. Danny orders her sister to stay in her own lane and accuses her of being scared just because of Ted. Nicole says Ted was everything for her. It was really good until the rug got pulled out. She may be wobbly, but she won't fall like that again. Danny apologizes for setting a bad example for her. She says her heart is too big to close. Carlton don't have to be the one, but he can be the one for right now. Hooked on Beyond the Gates? Join our official Beyond the Gates Facebook group. Get spoilers, recaps, theories, and fan talk all in one place.